So, coming up this weekend in Atlantic City, what a naughty little matchup we've got in the welterweight division with Jaron Ennis taking on Eimantas Stanionis in a unification. All is on the line here. The number one against the number two at 147. This will go off. Both men have different styles, but both exciting nonetheless. I think it will be an excellent fight. I think it'll be high-level stuff on show this weekend. So, let's have it. So, Jaron Ennis has a record of 33-0 with 29 wins coming via knockout. He is the current IBF champion at 147. Last time out, he beat a bloke called Jaron in a pretty dull affair, really. I mean, he did drop Kaza in round 5. But he did lose rounds in there, and ultimately it was a bit of a flat performance from Boots. He had also beat Jaron before. It was actually a rematch, which, to be honest, it was ridiculous that the IBF ordered Jaron as the mandatory challenger. But nonetheless, he did get the win. I do think he was loading up a bit too much in that. He was desperate for the knockout. So I do think we will see a much better Boots. Before that, he did actually beat David Avanesian in 5 rounds. That was an easy win. He dropped Avanesian in round 5. And before that, he had a vicious knockout against Roman Villa, stopping him in the 10th round. That was a brutal KO. So it's all there for Boots, really. I mean, he's got every shot in the book. He's an orthodox fighter, but he switch hits often in fights. Brilliant foot speed, brilliant hand speed. Great balance as well. He's an absolute pleasure to watch in the ring. I mean, he is just so majestic with the way he moves. He is aggressive, so he does get hit. And he's got to be careful with that because I think for Boots, the problem is we've not really seen him get chin checked. So we don't know how he's going to cope if he does get hurt. Stanionis can punch. So I do think there'll be a lot of questions answered this weekend. And I think he's really got to be careful, especially early on. If he loads up too much against Stanionis and he can't get him out of there, Stanionis always gets stronger as the fight goes on. So I think for Boots, his stamina is good, but Stanionis is by far his toughest test. And I do think Boots is technically better than Stanionis. So I think if this goes to a decision, I would fancy him to get it. But I do think he's also got the power to stop Stanionis. But again, he can't be too gung-ho. But I do make Boots a favourite in this because I do think Stanionis' style is made for him. I mean, he's going to be there all night. He's going to be aggressive himself, which could be a danger for Boots. But also, I think there's a good chance that Ennis will walk Stanionis onto something. But again, he does get caught. And if he's reckless like he was in the Jaron rematch, he could also get chinned himself. So he does have to be careful. So the Lithuanian man, Eimantas Stanionis, has a record of 15-0 with 9 wins coming via KO. He's the current WBA champion. I mean, he looks about 12, but he is one vicious motherfucker. Last time out, he defeated Maestre via a unanimous decision, which was a good victory. To be fair, Maestre was unbeaten, and he looked good that night. Stanionis, he's got an excellent jab. And I think he's going to need that more than anything else this weekend. It's very similar to Golovkin's jab. It's a lethal weapon. And if he can establish it early on, I do think he can have success. I think the way he wins this fight is to break down Ennis to the body. He gets stronger as the fight goes on every time it seems Stanionis. I think really back in the day, he would have been a 15-round fighter. And technically, he's very good as well. He won gold in the European Championships as an amateur. He also represented Lithuania in the 2016 Olympics in Rio. So he's a quality fighter. I do give him a good chance. I think he does have to stop Ennis if he's going to win, though. I can't see him getting a decision, not in America. But he's definitely got the power to beat Ennis. I do think he's a live underdog in this. However, I do think he will come up short. I do just think Ennis is that bit better. And I think Stanionis will have a go. I think he will have success. He will win rounds. But for me, this is going to be the breakout performance for Jaron Ennis to turn him into that superstar. After a couple of flat performances where he's not looked amazing, I think this is going to be the performance that really will put his name on the map in the world of boxing. And I do expect him to stop Stanionis in the mid to late rounds. But it's a super competitive fight. I would not be surprised at all if Stanionis won. But I do fancy Boots strong here. Let me know your thoughts as always, guys. Enjoy the boxing at the weekend. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you all on the next one.